we are going to be talking about Five Nights at Freddy's. This will be a spoiler-free review. I do want to preface this video that I don't know all that much about the Five Nights at Freddy's lore. I know that it's based off a video game, but other than that, anything having to do, like I said, with the lore, I know nothing about it. So I was going into this movie pretty blind and pretty open to where it was gonna go. We will kick things off with the positives, and starting that off, best part of this movie is Josh Hutcherson. He is doing a great job here with the script that he is given. He carries the movie very well, and I would love to see a revival of him being in more movies, TV shows. Moving swiftly along into the mixed aspects of this film, the film does have a very interesting plot of these animatronics that come to life. There is a mystery there that I think could make for a very entertaining movie, but unfortunately the script really squanders any potential that it has. Also, the rating of this movie, its PG-13 rating, does more harm than good. I understand the argument for a PG-13 film. It's more accessible, you get a broader audience. This movie is obviously doing very well financially, but its rating prevents it from really diving into anything having to do with the animatronics killing people or that whole mystery, which is the entire movie's main plot. And the movie's rating makes it to where anytime there's gonna be a scene featuring the animatronics, killing somebody, hunting somebody down, stalking somebody, it all has to cut away at the last second because the movie can't show anything because it's PG-13. So yes, an R rating would have hindered the amount of people going to see this movie, but I think it would have allowed the movie to delve more into that, show the scenes, make it more of a terrifying premise, because in the way that the movie's filmed, you don't really feel much in the way of horror or entertainment or anything like that. The last thing here in the mixed category is that the movie does have a plot A, which follows the main story of Five Nights at Freddy's, these animatronics that haunt people. You don't really know what's going on with them. There's a whole mystery surrounding that. But this movie also has a plot B storyline, which follows the main character's trauma of something having to do with his family from his childhood that I won't really dive into too much detail in this video for the sake of spoilers. But the main character has this recurring dream that the movie plays over and over and over again. And as that mystery unravels, that plot line becomes more entertaining than the plot A storyline. So it's great because there is a potential to have this entertaining story, but the plot B overshadows the main premise of the movie, and I think when that happens in your film, that's not the best sign. And moving into the negatives of this film. This movie is riddled with plot holes, very weak script, plot conveniences, paper-thin writing, and it just all makes the film feel so incredibly flat. Going back to what I said in the mixed category about the plot A and the plot B storyline and the plot B being more entertaining, that only goes so far because as the movie stretches further into its third act, the plot A and the plot B storylines end up merging into one, and that also leaves the plot B storyline without any meaningful resolution. So you're watching this entire movie where none of the storylines really amount to anything, and it all just kind of feels like there was a better movie somewhere in here. It feels like everything having to do with the plot is set up in a way where a character gets moved to a different location very conveniently just so you can have a action scene or a horror scene with these animatronics killing someone. But really, when you stop to think about the plot, it doesn't make much sense. You can just feel these pieces moving to set people up in these areas just so that the animatronics can get some screen time. And with all of that being said, I'm going to give Five Nights at Freddy's a 3.5 out of 10. I was hopeful that I would have more positive things to say about it. I know this movie is doing very well financially and very well with audiences. I know it's getting panned by critics, but I was hoping to be more in the positive category on this one, but unfortunately, I'm not. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Let me know your opinion on the film. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Was this everything that you wanted in a Five Nights at Freddy's movie? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.